Hey guys, welcome back to MU Sports TV. This is where you get all the news concerning Manchester United. So guys, we are back again in the Premier League after a tough outing against the citizens at the Etihad Stadium, the neighbors. Last weekend, we are hosting. We are still in Manchester. Yeah, we are hosting the London Blues. That is Chelsea at Old Trafford in March. The all game week 5 in the Premier League. Hoping to make it 2 wins out of 5 and make it 7 points out of possible 15. And before that, guys, I want to talk about the Man City game. I did not make any video because I was really upset, guys. I was disappointed. So I took some time off to reflect. Also, because it's getting difficult for us fans as well to cope with the environment that is now going on at Manchester United. To be honest with you guys, I was hoping that this season it is going to be different than what we experienced last season. And what I'm afraid of is that most of the fans are getting used to this environment. That is my fear. The fact that most of Manchester United fans are getting used to this environment, getting used to losing games, it is my fear because this is a sign of us United being a mid-table club. Teams like Forest, team like West Ham, they want to be in top. Let me say top 15. Yeah, that is their aim every season. Their fans won't have any problem as long as they stay in the league, as long as they are staying in the top league. But for us, Manchester United, we need to be somewhere. The least position we should be finishing at the end of every season is number 4. That's the least position. If it is the worst season ever, it should be number 5 or 6. But last season, it was number 15, 13. Yeah. At the moment, Manchester United are number 14th. After 4 games played, we are in 14th position. Are we going to have a similar scenario whereby United are going to finish in the bottom 10? No European football, no nothing, no trophy. And all we are seeing is, the players are not doing their work. Let's give Ruben Amorim time. Let's support them. Of course, we are supporting the manager. But what is the manager doing about all this chaos? Is there going to be any solution? Now, one thing, guys, in the Premier League, there's a point where it reaches like there's a hole that you can enter, and you find yourself difficult, or you find it difficult to come out, dig yourself out of that hole. And this hole is finding yourself in bottom, in bottom 18, like between 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Those positions are dangerous. When you find yourself in that position in the second half of the season, I tell you what, you are fighting relegation. Are we a team that should be fighting relegation, or are we a team that should be fighting for the title? Wait a minute. I heard what Paul Scholes said. He talked about even if we change to 4-3-3, these players aren't good enough. Mr. Paul Scholes, you're saying even if we change to 4-3-3, our squad still doesn't have the quality to compete. I agree. But do you want to tell me that Sunderland, their squad, has more quality compared to Manchester United? Are you telling me that Bournemouth, their squad quality is more than Manchester United's? Are you telling me that Newcastle has a squad of more quality than Manchester United? The only teams that their squad has more quality than Manchester United is Liverpool, Manchester City, Chelsea, Arsenal. The only 4 teams that there's other quality in their squad than Manchester United. Manchester United shouldn't be where they are because you're telling me the squad is not good enough, right? Because we have players in every position. We have players who are representing their national their country in international level. So you saying Mr. Paul Scholes is saying that even if we change to 4-3-3, the quality of the squad is not strong enough. So Mr. Paul Scholes is justifying the fact that we are 14th because of our squad. You are wrong, Mr. Paul Scholes. With our squad, we don't even need a manager to win against Grimsby. With our squad, we don't need no manager to win against a fourth tier club. Yeah, sometimes I listen to our former players, and I do wonder, are they Manchester United fans? You know, you can play for a certain club, but you don't support the club. So many can confuse a player playing for a certain club for a longer period that he is a supporter of that club. I can play for Leicester for 10 years and maybe retire there, or maybe leave the club after 10 years. I can become a legend there, but I don't support Leicester. So anything I'll be saying anything that I can, like, I'll be just saying rubbish. And many people will be like, why is it talking like this? And this is his former team. This is the team he supports. So I don't, we should start questioning ourselves, guys. These players played for Manchester United, but not all of them support Manchester United. So sometimes I wonder if our legends, most of them, do they really want the club to prosper, or they just want the club to remain the way it is, so they become the only generation who brought success to Manchester United? That's a question for you to answer. But I don't always support what Paul Scholes says. Yeah, he's a legend, one of the greatest midfielders ever in Premier League history. But sometimes whatever he speaks, I don't take it serious. He is a manager. He is a former manager. He was sacked. He knows how difficult it is to run a club, to manage a club, that is. So he needs to come easy. He needs to be mindful of whatever he is saying, because Manchester United has a quality, has a team that is capable of competing for the Premier League title. That is the mentality of Manchester United. Okay, you saying that we don't have a quality squad. Okay, who do you want? Do you want Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar? Like, come on. We need to be serious, and the conversations needs to be made now, because we can't continue like this. My fear, I have two fears, guys. One, the fact that most fans nowadays are getting used to losing, and the fact that we are losing more games. We are finding it difficult to compete, and if this continues, guys, we are going to be in a relegation battle. Right now, if you tell me that United can be relegated, I can't disagree. Uh, because this is now where I don't understand. Is it the players? Is it the system? Is it the environment? Is it the manager? Because uh, we are not good enough. Something is just not right. But where is it not right? Like, what is the problem, guys? Because I do watch our games, like all of them, and I don't always understand how we lose those games. Against Man City, guys, against Man City, we conceded 3 goals, and we could have conceded more, 4, 5. If not for, I can say, Renders missed a chance, Haaland missed a chance. The first goal we conceded, an easy goal. Luke Shaw sleeping. Our defense always sleeping. The second goal we conceded. Tell me why. Tell me why we are that sloppy, the defense. The third goal we conceded. What are we doing in the half and leaving Haaland? Like, You don't even know what offside is all about, guys. We are inside their half, almost in their 18, leaving Alan up front, and we have Maguire chasing towards Haaland. That was ridiculous. We can't even clear the ball perfectly. The 3 goals conceded against Man City are avoidable, but somehow we same thing that happened last season are still happening now. Gifting our teams free goals, conceding cheap goals. I fail to understand how we always lose these games. When you check at the statistics after the game, you ask yourself, how did we lose this game? Like, I mean, how did we lose this game? So there are some things that needs to change, guys. We signed players. Belmo came in. We signed Sesko. We signed Cunha. But the same problem last season still, are still here with us. So is it the formation? Like in a 3-4-3 system, I talked about this, guys. In a 3-4-3 system, the wing backs are very vital. The wing backs are vital for this system. Tell you what, we don't have the wing backs for this system. Sometimes I think Ruben Amorim needs to understand this and just make it make an attempt of at least change to a back four and see what happens. Now we are facing Chelsea on Saturday. Yeah. Chelsea are currently fifth in the Premier League with 8 points. We find ourselves in 14th position with 4 points and a -3. That's a goal difference, and we risk being in 19th position. We risk being in 19th position if Burnley, West Ham. In fact, if we lose against Chelsea and Burnley will manage to win, or Burnley manage to draw, if Burnley get a draw, I don't know whom they're playing, but if they get a draw, West Ham win, Leeds, Forest, they get a draw, and we lose against Chelsea, we'll find ourselves in 18th position. That's how it is at the moment. That is how the game against Chelsea is crucial. Chelsea lost against Bayern. I don't think they'll want to lose back-to-back games. And there's no way the fact that Manchester United hasn't won back-to-back Premier League games in over a year now is, I can't process that. How have we managed to go a year plus without winning back-to-back Premier League games? So there's a record against Chelsea, guys. We haven't lost to Chelsea at Old Trafford in the Premier League. I think in over a decade now. The last time we lost against Chelsea in the Premier League was, I think, 12 years ago when Dan Giggs was still playing for Manchester United. Another record that could be broken under Ruben Amorim on Sunday, because at the moment anything is possible when it comes to Amorim's Manchester United. Anything is possible. But we just hope for the best, guys. At least we hope for something to happen positively. Let's win it. Like at the moment, Ruben Amorim should know that this thing isn't working. Why? Because I don't have the right players for this formation. Patrick Dogu is not a wing back. Patrick Dogu is a left back. Mazaraoui is a left back. Amad Diallo is a right winger. Sometimes he is more of a wing back because he can defend, yeah, and he can attack. A wing back is like a winger and a defender at the same time. But when you see Patrick Dogu, okay, it's good while defending, but those crosses, man, are not perfectly driven in the way they should be. That is where the problem is. The wing backs and the midfield. And I tell you what, guys, Chelsea has a squad. They have a midfield. Yeah, Sedo is there, Enzo is there. They even have Andres Santos there. So it is going to be a battle of midfield. And the same thing that happened against Man City, it is going to happen against Chelsea. The battle is going to be won in midfield. And if Amorim stumble again and start Ugarte and I don't know who in midfield, like I when I saw the lineup against Man City, I knew it is going to be a mauling. There's no way we are going to win with that midfield against Manchester City. That is where I needed now. I needed Ugarte, Maino, and Casemiro with Bruno Fernandes up front. That is what I was expecting. I didn't expect what I saw. Amad Diallo and Brian Mbomo as two number 10s. Those two players are left-footed players. They are playing as two number 10s. But Amorim, you made a mistake against Manchester City. Very big one. You could have put Ahmad as a right wing back. Then you start Mazraoui as a RCB, Yoro as a LCB. Somehow, I think Luke Shaw, I said it last season. And even though Luke Shaw has had, I don't know, 1-2 games perfect, but Luke Shaw is not a left centre back. It can't be. He can't be a left centre back. He lacks awareness. He costed us against Spurs in the final. He lacks awareness. So, simple mistake that Amorim did are the reason why some fans are turning against him. You know? So, I hope that he doesn't make the same mistakes against Chelsea, because to Chelsea, they'll punish us, guys. They won't miss chances like the way Man City did. They have Paul Palmer there. They have Joao Pedro. They have Pedro Neto, Estevao Williams. They're going to punish us. And actually, is there to feast, to punish us. He will play like his life depends on it. He will play to a point. So those chances that will present themselves to them, because they'll take them. And I'm surprised if he got beaten 5-0. But that can be avoidable if Amorim decides to go with the best first 11 that we have. Our midfield is a problem, and he should come with the solution to that. He is the manager. Work with what you have. But how are you going to have a better midfield if you keep gambling game in, game out? You don't have a perfect first 11. When I look at Chelsea against Bayern yesterday, Bayern had possession, and Chelsea are one of the teams that are always like to have possession. But yesterday, Bayern did have the possession. That means United can, control the game. So the midfield is going to be crucial. So in goal, I think Saint-Lamens should be given a chance. I don't have any reason why we signed him and he's going to the bench. It took Amorim 3 games to start Sesko. Is he going to take him another 3 games for him to start Lamens? Against Chelsea, Sean Lamens should start in goal. Back 3 of Leny Yoro, Matas de Ligt, and Mazraoui. Wing back of Patrick Dogu, because he's the one we have now. Dalot is injured. But I tell you what, if Dalot was available, I'd start Dalot against Chelsea. But Patrick Dogu and Amad Diallo as wing backs. Midfield, they have Caicedo. The only guy that can tame Caicedo is Casemiro. Yeah, Caicedo is tough. Casemiro is tough. And Caicedo doesn't need somebody like Ugarte. Yeah. So, in midfield, I'd go with Mainu and Casemiro as the true holding midfielders. Then Bruno Fernandes with Brian Mbomo as true attacking midfielders. Then Sesko up front. That is what we ask for. No Ugarte in midfield in the first half. No Luke Shaw in the first 11. No benching Sesko. And don't start Mazraoui as a right wing back. Mazraoui is a right back. If he can't play as a right wing back, then playing as a right back, because the formation forbids a right back, then play him as a right centre back. With this formation, the guys, I tell you what, we are capable of getting the job done at Old Trafford. Chelsea, guys, I tell you what, we have a midfield. Okay, we have a defense. We don't have a midfield. Chelsea have a midfield. They don't have the perfect defense. Their defense was the problem against Bayern. They do have a keeper, yeah. They have a keeper, it's Sanchez, but in that defense of theirs, guys, it's nothing. So if you can manage to break their midfield, and Mbomo on his good day is going to feast, and Sisco can get his first goal against Chelsea on Saturday. One thing, guys, I want to say is that it's not too late. Just 4 games played. We still have 34 games left to be played. It's not too late. You can still salvage the season. It is not the time for the players to give up, or the fans to give up, or Amorim to give up. And it is not the time to start lecturing Amorim or the players. It's time to give him let's see what Amorim is cooking. Let's wait and see. He knows the pressure is there because as a Manchester United manager, you always have the pressure. 4 games, 4 points, a negative 3 in goal difference. What are you doing with that? What are you doing with that formation? Amorim has only won 8 games in his 31 games he has managed for Manchester United in the Premier League. Winning 8 out of 31 games is totally unacceptable. Fun fact, Thomas Frank only needs, I think, 5 more wins to equal Amorim's total wins as a Manchester manager in 31 games. Yeah, that is a fun fact. So, when I look at it, it doesn't sound so bad. But statistically, Amorim's days at Manchester United has been a horror. 8 wins out of 31 Premier League games. That is horrific. That is shambolic. And he's so lucky that the owners and the fans believe in him. Yeah, but sometimes I do question him. I'm a big fan of Ruben Amorim, but sometimes I do question his decisions. That is where I always differ with him. His decisions sometimes are not good enough, and making those wrong decisions has been costing us. And against Chelsea, guys, I hope Amorim will learn. I hope he has learned his lessons now, and we need to start winning games. We need to start winning game because the time is running out. The fans are losing patience, and very soon enough, all of them will turn against Ruben Amorim. Our next 5 games are not easy ones. Yeah. After Chelsea, I think we are playing Sunderland. Then we have Brentford. Then we have Liverpool. Then we have Brighton. Thanks for watching, guys.